What's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I am coming to you today with a review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 10, Episode 4. So let's get to it, shall we? All right. Who to start with? Let's start with Nene. So Greg has made it back home, okay? It was a scare. We weren't quite sure what was going on with Greg, but he's home. Looks like there are some health issues, though. He has an irregular heartbeat. They did the dye. They shot it through the arteries to see if there was any blockage, and there isn't. However, it looks like his heartbeat slows down and even stops for a beat or two before it picks back up. So not a good thing. Evidently, it's running his family. His father had heart issues as well. You know, we as black people, they say heart disease is the #1 killer of black folks. Well, I don't know if that's right. I didn't research that. That just sounds right in my mind. Might not be right. But anyway, heart disease is really up there. Okay, and I believe that I just heard on the news just the other day that it was even more so than cancer. So it's time to start looking out for his health, possibly get a pacemaker, but definitely make some lifestyle changes. Now, later on, Nene's friend, Monique, comes over. You guys remember Monique? Okay, she was grand opening, grand closing herself. Remember that season she came? I want to say that was the season of so much turmoil. I think that was the same season that Christopher Williams was there. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that was that same season when so much stuff happened with Nene and Kenya and all of that. Monique's poor little 5 minutes of fame. Remember, she had a lot of drama with her. I don't even really remember the story with Monique, but I remember she was doing way too much, way too soon, and she didn't make the cut. But anyway, she's back again because Nene is there. Nene says that's one of her really good close friends. All right, she's talking to Monique, and she's telling her that she is having an all-white bring your gay never forget party. And when she said that, I was just like, what? Okay, now the never forget is supposed to be about, you guys, it's so stupid. I mean, what is it about exactly? It's just dumb to me. Okay, the bring your gay thing is so offensive. Like, why would she think that that's okay? I was just like, that's like saying bring your dog to school day. You know, like, what are gays? Aren't they people? Are we treating them as if they are a product? Okay, wear your favorite red shoes today. I was just like, Nene, no. And nobody told her that that was not okay. Ugh. Craziness. All right. Anyways, Portia's not invited. Didn't think that she would be. I don't think Portia was really clamoring to get to this fucking party in the first place. But Nene does say that she sent her a text message saying that they want to sit down. She wants to sit down with Nene and find out why Nene is so angry at her. Because she used the word angry, that's exactly the reason why she's not going to sit down and talk to her. I mean, just makes absolutely no sense. Child, I'm showing all the girls, ain't I? Pull that back a little. y'all ain't ready for that, is you? Now Nene says she's upset that she threw Phaedra under the bus. Every day is something else. That lets you know that it really ain't nothing. Now, Sheree's life coach, Jack Daniels. Why didn't I catch that name before? Okay. He shows up at her house. He wants to talk to her about the assignment that he gave her. Remember, she wants to talk to the kids, or he wants her to talk to the kids about the abuse that she survived being with Bob all that time. So she excuses everybody and she sits down with Mr. Jack D. And she tells him the assignment was hard. She sat down with Candy. You guys remember, well, it seems that your mama has had some problems with your dad in the past. That's not what she said. She just says that she doesn't feel like she's really ready to talk to the kids about it. Again, the kids are grown. The kids watch the TV show. I mean, I know it's all for reality camera purposes and all of that, but girl, I mean, I'm not trying to diminish the abuse if there was indeed some there, but I think that your kids are going to be okay. But okay. He says, well, it's a necessary thing. You're going to have to do it. She says that the National Coalition for Domestic Violence wants her to speak about it. And he says, well, you can't really speak about it until you talk to your kids. So get that done, and then we'll talk about the National Coalition for Domestic Violence. And in the meantime, while you trying to get things together, I know it's tough, Okay, why don't you do something for you? Go to a spa, go do something, buy something nice for yourself, go take you a little vacation, do something that's just for Sheree. So she takes his advice. She's going to do that. Now, Kenya, she and Sheree are working on their friendship. She says that now that Sheree congratulated her on her marriage and finding love and everything, you know, she feels like they can kind of rewind the time and work on their friendship again. So they go to a spin class, definitely with the shade. Okay, Kenya talking about who's in better shape. They actually both have a nice physique and similar physiques, if you ask me, even though Sheree is bigger on the bottom. But Sheree is not fat in any kind of way, and neither is Kenya. So anyway, after they take their spin class, they sit down, and Kenya again tells her how she's thankful that Sheree has been supportive in her relationship with her new man. She tells her that now we had the National Coalition of Domestic Violence. Okay, now she's going to do a PSA for domestic violence, and she wanted to know if Sheree would be welcome to be a part of it. You know, a part of me, and this is the cynical side, but then I shouldn't be like this because if awareness is awareness, right? But part of me feels like, so you had 2 or 3 episodes where you talked about getting abused, and then you now want to be the spokesperson for it? Like, I'm not quite sure. Oh, no, maybe I shouldn't be like that. But do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like they're using it. But if they were abused in a domestic situation, then I guess they should have a right to talk about it. But something about it is just, it ain't rubbing me the right way. So she asked Sheree to be a part of it, and Sheree says, well, I got to think about it because I got the National Coalition trying to get with me, and here you trying to do this PSA, so I'm not sure, but it's definitely something I will think of. And while they're sitting there talking, Nene invites them to the all-white Bring Your Gay Never Forget party. Okay, they both were sitting there like, child, here go Nene with her bullshit. Now, later on, Sheree goes over to Kim's house. Okay, the bitch is back, all right? And I remember at one time I thought that Kim would be good for the show, but now I realize that Kim is on some whole nother other something, and I'm really not here for it. So I'm understanding that she's only on the show a limited amount of time, and thank God for small favors. Somebody feel like looking at this bitch the whole time. But anyway, her and Sheree are sitting down talking. Sheree supposedly introduced Kim to Croy. Okay, so they ace boon coons. They're sitting down talking, and Sheree brings up being back around and the fact that Nene is having this party. Sheree wants to bring Kim, surprise, surprise. Kim's not really gay. Why are you offering to bring Kim? But of course we know, she, as her t-shirt had on the front, she is the bone carrier. She is completely latching on to that term and decided to make t-shirts out of it. And child, when I saw the fucking t-shirt, I was like, can at least be, good quality. Don't look like you had your girlfriend's little 15-year-old daughter draw up some shit and then on a piece of paper and then just kind of pinned it. That shit looked like it was paper pinned on the front of her shirt. I was like, is that like what is going on? No, that was actually the shirt that she says that she is going to start selling. And I was just like, now I know we as YouTubers, some of us will sell t-shirts and everything, but that's on this YouTube level, okay? When you get on Sheree's level, okay, her supposed level anyway, I'm not wanting you to sell no fucking t-shirts for what, $20? How much money are you making from that? How many people are really buying that? I'm just like, oh gosh, Sheree, she will never be right. Anyway, the shirt is stupid. Getting back onto Kim. Kim says, she'll come to the party as her +1. Hey, why not? I was like, I don't know why she thinks that Nene would be okay with that, but of course she doesn't think that. Like I said, it's all for cameras. What about that dumb bitch, Portia? Sheree tells her whatever's going on with Portia. Then she asks her about Kenya and her fake marriage. Why do you even care? I mean, I know they got into it that quick little minute when they was at Sheree's house, but Kim says she heard that Kenya got married to a fan. Oh, well, what if he was a fan? Okay, so what? So what? And now, Kenya, you guys, we know that Kenya wants to have a baby, and why wouldn't she want to have a baby with her husband if he wanted to do so as well? And, kids all like, she's 46 years old, and y'all know me. That is too old for me, but if that's what you want to do, fine. So if Kenya wants to go and have a baby at 46, 47, however old she is, then she is welcome to do that. That whole scene with Sheree and Kim really made me realize that I am really not here for Kim. Now, Candy, I am headed to New York because I have been given the chance to be the cover girl for Essence magazine. So it's a big deal, and Candy is very proud of herself. She sits down with Riley and Todd, and, she's just trying to get her schedule together. She has to leave the baby. It's just a little bit more figuring out, and especially since Karma then went off back to the insurance industry and decided that she gonna leave Candy high and dry. So she got Don Juan over there packing up her shit, trying to get her all situated. Don Juan is the manager, so I guess you got to pick up where, the assistant ain't there no more. So now he got to pick up until they get somebody else in that spot. Jack of all trades, if you will. Don lets her know that they don't have a place to stay yet. With everything else that Don got to do, he ain't been able to secure a place. She was like, well, what about Trump Towers? I know ain't nobody staying there no more. People are definitely still staying at Trump Towers. From what I understand, the hotel is really nice. Trump Towers is still up and running for business. You better believe it. Now, she gets to New York, and she's excited. I'm proud of Candy. I swear, Candy has come a long way. I mean, Candy has been successful for a long time, but just remembering from when she first got on The Real Housewives of Atlanta up until now, for her to be on the Essence magazine, the confidence issue, I think was very befitting of Candy, okay? Even watching Candy's confidence change from when she first started on the show, and remember everybody was kind of after her, and she was sort of like considered, even though she may or may not have been, kind of considered like this ghetto girl that was just kind of there trying to be a part of the group, but she's proven herself and really has made it to the center peach holder, okay? And people who've been watching Real Housewives of Atlanta knows that that is a big deal as far as just standing on this show. So anyway, she's there. She says that she wants to be a role model for her kids, somebody that they can look up to and be proud of, and I was happy for her, and you can tell that she was really feeling it, and I was feeling it for her and Todd, and yeah, just a good thing. So a great look for Candy. I thought she looked beautiful on the cover of that Essence magazine. Now, Portia, her and her sister and another girl, they sit down and have a little tete-a-tete over the conversation that Portia and Lauren had with Portia's advisors last week. And y'all, we're not gonna go through it. It's a long story, but it ain't really that serious, okay? I think Lauren, as far as the show is concerned, was feeling threatened and feeling like Portia, as she gets bigger and becomes, Portia Williams, the reality show star in the Dish Network, Dish show star, and the sometimes radio host star, and she has her hair empire and her lingerie, and I don't know whatever else Portia got her hands in, but I think they were trying to make it seem like Lauren was feeling like Portia was going to leave her behind, and she was just like, no, pumpkin, wherever I go, you're gonna go with me. So they have their little heart to heart. Portia assures her that she will never leave Lauren behind, no matter how big she gets, that she will definitely bring Lauren ahead with her, which I already thought anyway. I'm sure, I don't know, maybe Lauren did or didn't feel it, you guys, but she's always talking about how close she is with her sister. That's her family and all of that. So yeah, it's fine. It's fine, y'all. Cynthia, okay, her and her man, they meet for ice cream. It's supposed to be his lunch break. The whole time she's just smiling. I said, girl, you have no poker face. None! I mean, I guess she probably likes this guy. He is cute. Okay, so it's like, but I was just like, girl, you ain't smooth with it. You ain't smooth with it. But he seems to be feeling her. Pretty much, okay? Last time he told her he was going to make her wait. This week he asking her when can he get to Lake Bailey. All right? And so she was just like, oh, you want to come now? Girl, he been there already. Cut it out. But she says, it's going to be soon. All right? Soon enough. Don't you worry about it. I said, okay, Cynthia, girl, get it when you can. I ain't mad. And then lastly, you guys, it's the day of the party. They're getting ready for the party. You know, it's all the shirtless men walking around. Everybody was buff, you know, and swole and tattoos and bald head and good looking and all of that. I'm just like trying to figure out if I was Greg, how I, you know, even though, you know, if you're going to be a professional Nene Leakes husband such as Greg Leakes, then you go with the fucking flow. But I'm just like, I can't imagine my husband sitting up in no party where everybody brings their gay with them. And it's just, the whole thing is so offensive. Why does she not realize that? Marlo shows up at the house and, you know, they get a good giggle about, you know, the shit that happened in the past and how she was mad that Kenya was friends with Marlo, and that's why Nene and Marlo stopped talking. You remember, it was all very stupid, but it was very much a whole lot of high drama that season because Kenya came on with such a bang and Nene could not stand the fact that there, you know, some of the attention was being pulled from her. So Marlo saw where the attention was going, and that's where she ended up with Kenya, and, you know, Nene felt betrayed and all of that shit. So they get past it though. They friends now, and you know, Marlo always being the messy bitch that she is, you know, ask her about Portia. Okay, did she right by you? They say she bought a house that's bigger than yours. Okay, with a whole bunch of little Snickers. I was like, ooh, wait, that Marlo is so funny. So we get down to the party. Cynthia brings us her gay Derek J. I was like, child, we ain't seen Rosie Greer in a dress in a long time. They sit down and he again reiterates how silly this bring your gay party is. And I agreed 100%. He asked who all is coming to the party. Sheree is coming. Kenya is coming. No Portia. Like I said, Portia don't care. Portia's working on whatever she's working on at the house. They show a clip of her working with some wigs and shit. Kenya does eventually show up and, you know, she sits down and she's having a good time and talking to Cynthia and was like, girl, I heard about your boyfriend. He all on the blogs. That was what Cynthia and the boyfriend had talked about, the fact that now he's going to be in the public eye and he doesn't know how comfortable he's going to be with that. Although it seems like he seemed to be comfortable when they was at lunch getting ice cream. And Cynthia was like, yeah, we got to work through that. But yeah, you know, she still got that little smile on her face like she just got some just before she came to record. Nene comes and sits down. Cynthia mentions to her how Derek was offended because Derek had walked away by this time, but she mentions to her how Derek was offended, and she says, well, he did call me and tell me, but, you know, I didn't have any ill intentions. But when somebody actually points it out to you, I mean, I guess you can still go ahead with what you wanted to do, but it seems like that would let you know that if he is, you know, supposedly this easygoing person and it offended him, that you're probably going to offend more people. All right, but she says that that's not what her plan was or whatever. All right, she didn't seem to be bothered with it. While she's sitting there talking to Kenya and Cynthia, in walks Sheree and Kim. You know, she was just like, is that Kim Zolciak? Okay, and she just sort of looking. I was just like, yes, that is definitely her. You know, they do this whole whatever they thing that they do whenever Kim and Nene see each other, you know, for the first time in a long time. You know, it's, hey, bitch. Hey, bitch, is that Kim? Oh, my God, is that Nene? Yes, bitch, that's you. Oh, my God, bitch, is that... Very fake, very phony. You can tell that they are not real friends. Maybe we would call them frenemies. Okay, friends of convenience. You know, we know what's going on with them now, so whatever. Kim comes over there to sit down with the girls. Now, all the girls are sitting there with the exception of Candy, who's in New York, and Portia. And they're talking, but it's hot. Okay, so Nene says, let's move it inside of the house. And they go into the house. They all sit down in the all-white house, and they start talking about, you know, just whatever, making small talk. Small talk. Marlo congratulates Kenya on her new marriage, and Kim is just very much not under her breath, but trying to act like she was, but it's like, it's fake. Okay, it's a phony. It's not real. Okay, just really loud. And Kenya ignored her for a while, until the point where Kenya was like, you know what, bitch, fuck you. Don't worry about my damn marriage. Worry about yours. How about you worry about your fucking botched surgery? And Kim, of course, is arguing back at her because Kim has never wanted to back down, especially now that she's Kim Zolciak and not just regular old Kim. So they're arguing back and forth, and it's just stupid. All right, Kim it just looked like she was jumping all over Kenya for whatever reason. Why do you care? So then Kenya was like, why don't you worry about your daughter that you pimp out for John Legend tickets? And if you guys, everybody knows that story. Okay, she tweeted Christy Teigen, whatever his wife, what's his wife's name? Why I can't think of the name. Teigen. Okay, she tweeted her and was like, who does my daughter have to blow to get tickets to the John Legend concert? All right. I mean, who says that about their own child? I'm sure it was a joke, but it was just like so in poor taste and just kind of makes you feel like, well, is that what they do? They just go grant sexual favors and they get, so I was just like, so of course they're arguing back and forth. And when she said that about pimping out the daughter, Kim jumps up like she's going to fight and everybody starts to hold her back. But I was just sitting there like this. That Kim gonna get her ass whooped if she would have stayed on this season. I'm glad the bitch only on for a couple of episodes. Alright, you guys, let me get off of here. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. Alright. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.